Oh, bother.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Shifting Sands, our Araby Let's Play in Immortal Empires Expanded. Now, it looks like we're coming right back in with a caravan encounter, a black ark. So, your caravan has been halted by a far-flung back ark, seemingly here for piracy. Eyeing your slaves and desperate for anything, they will make a deal. They will take some of your slaves, and you will take some of their finest soldiers. Now, I would hardly call these guys their finest soldiers, but they're better than nothing. And for 150 slaves, I'd say that's a heck of a bargain. So, we're going to take them on. We could have fought them, but for what? Now, it does appear that the forces of Esther have backed on off of the Pools of Despair, meaning that we canceled that construction for no good reason, but that's okay. We're getting some other stuff out of it anyway.
You stand before the Sultan.
So we're actually going to bring Bakir up to the north. We're going to bring Haji over to the south, or over to the Wizard Palace.
As the sun rises.
We're actually going to force march him on up there.
I go forward. Commander.
And while I don't believe that Sultan Jafar could take on the Sorcerer's Island just based off of that garrison right there, I do believe that he could take down the Sheik,
Commander of
with little to no issue.
My lady will not allow it.
Especially with what's sitting in there. There's just it's not enough.
Wizard
it's a decent
Supreme
garrison for sure, but it's not enough.
Kill them
so
all.
Let's get up there. We're going to take on Lashik. Hopefully we don't lose too many troops in the process.
Suffer not the fool to live.
And it says that we're actually going to lose. And we actually... Well, I guess we can still break down the walls. But with these, it's going to take a while. So, let's actually back off.
Puerile.
We're actually going to back off.
There will be nothing in my wake.
Now that means that Esther's going to try to attack us, and she'll have backup. We'll have to flee back across the river. Now hopefully Rapunzel doesn't seize upon the opportunity to come and join her allies. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
And master,
what we're going to focus on up in the north, on the other hand... Ooh, my voice cracked. On the other hand... we're going to finish recruiting for this army, and then we're going to march Bakir and Nadim west towards Kafr. And if they happen to fight Rapans on the way, well then that's great too.
You stand before the Sultan.
And it looks like we are ready to do some more research. Let's see what we can push into. Missile strength for gunpowder. We're not quite there yet. Camel barding, I think that's good, but again. Minus 15% upkeep for Corsairs, that's good. But actually, why don't we do Martyrdom? I know that this isn't a great technology for us because we're not really under siege very often, but it could be good to have. And it'll, you know, open up some more options going left, or going to the right. Oh, I don't know. 10% income from industry would be pretty good. Oh no, we've already got that. So I guess martyrdom it is.
Devoted to Araby.
Now, I don't foresee him in any direct danger either, so let's get him a little bit closer to the Pools of Despair. That way we can start working on our pincer maneuver.
As sure as the sun rises.
And I'll see you in the next turn. All right, and coming back in, it does appear that Rapunzel has made her move. Finally, she's decided to attack Beerus. Now, it is unfortunate that she's choosing to attack there, but it's all part of it. Let's do our best. I know that there's no way that we're going to beat her, not after what we witnessed down south, but that's okay. Let's get into it. The defenders of Beerus were outnumbered. They were facing the mightiest Grail Knight beyond the borders of Bretonnia itself. And yet, they were resolved to hold. Not believing that help would come, they knew better. Not to protect the citizens within, they had sent them away before the onslaught ever occurred. No. They held because after centuries, Araby had a newfound resolve. No longer were they a defeated people, but a great nation on the world stage. They would die here today, but they would give that Grail Knight and all of her soldiers a fight to remember. As word reached the defenders of the breakthrough, they were forced to retreat back to the citadel. They knew that this would be the last hold. Here they would die in what looked to be Bretonnian ruins. But they were proud because they called this city home. And one day, their people would reclaim it again. And that was a valiant defeat indeed. We were able to do some real damage to the Chevaliers of Lyonesse. Of course, that monster in the front there is pretty difficult to deal with, even for the greatest warriors. Okay, and coming back in, we've got another caravan encounter, a taxing journey. And it looks like, well, we've seen this one before, so it looks like the High Elves want us to pay in cargo for the benefit of, well, of trading with, or of having some of their units. And I'm going to pay the tribute because, well, we do want some high elves. Now it looks like we are now bleeding money. I didn't realize that Furious was doing so much for us. That's a little strange, actually. That's really strange, actually. Furious was doing that much? I can't imagine how, but that's okay.
As sure as the sun rises.
Because we've got a series of victories coming
Devoted
up for us.
to Araby.
Or at least we're going to keep believing that we do. And we'll have that caravan finishing up its route here in the next 2 turns. While we have taken a hit on cargo, it's not that bad. That is quite a jump, though. I'm curious just how much money Furious was bringing in. It couldn't have been that much. It's not like it was a capital city.
Lord and master. To me.
And Haji's
Commander
really got to
of
move.
Jinns. All
That
right.
being said, let's go ahead and try to push them off of the Sorcerer's Island as well. We'll take Lashik down right after
You
that.
stand before the Sultan. Devoted to Araby.
Ooh, I would love to build at the Pools of Despair, but we just don't have the cash right now.
Devoted to Araby. You stand before the Sultan.
I'd also really like to go and give her what for. However, she's already basically recovered, which
You
is
stand
kind of
before the
nightmarish.
Sultan. You stand before the Sultan.
Could get this fell cargo to see
Forward.
how it goes.
As sure as the sun rises.
Okay. And we are once again at an end turn. Let's see what happens in this next one. And jumping back in with possibly the most busy caravan we've ever had. We've got a fellow caravan before us. Let's actually go ahead and read this. So we hear our fellow Arabian caravan before we see it. Great drums pounding on the backs of elephants. Oud lutes, plucking sweet notes, and the sound of Arabian marching songs splitting the air. The caravan master scoffs, for surely this lesser caravan cannot match our wealth and glory. But then we see them, riders of flying carpets. Outrageous. How dare this lesser caravan have such prestigious allies? Now, we could punish the caravan for their insolence. That's going to gain us 2,000 gold, and we certainly need that. Or we could trade with the caravan and gain those flying carpets. Now, we're going to punish them for their insolence. And they don't even have the... Well, okay, there's the flying carpets. So, let's go ahead and get into this battle. Yeah. And I'll see you there. Ziad despised bloodshed. Though he commanded an army of hardened warriors, he did so to intimidate those who would prey on a humble caravan. That's why it felt so wrong to be attacking another. Yet he had little choice. All the decisions he'd made until now had been for his sake, at the expense of the state. Now he had the opportunity to gain all that he had sacrificed and more to fuel the war chest. and so he had no choice but to take it.
Incoming enemy spells!
Though the enemy caravan put up a stout resistance, they just could not match the ferocity of Zaid's warriors. And so, he would take everything that they owned, including their lives. And of course a decisive victory, although we did take a little bit of damage with our camel warriors, but that's okay. We're going to enslave these captives, and that helped us out a ton. Bought us at least another turn. So let's see what else we can get accomplished. And it does look like Furious has been,
as sure
well,
as the sun
Rapans has
rises.
evacuated it.
Lord
So
and master.
I think we should probably try to take it back. Although I'm curious if that's a trap. Regardless, it's a trap that we're going to have to go for. Because, well, we have to get Furious back. We took a major financial blow when we allowed that to fall into our hands. Don't know if the two correlate, but it happened at the same time, so it must.
Upon you. You will feel the sting of the scorpion. The
So we're going to hold on
fire.
just a second before we do that.
You stand before the Sultan, Lord and Master.
And we've got Bakir here. He is ready to march on Kafir. Just as soon as Furious has been conquered, they will go for it together. Now, let's take another look. It does look like
Commander
Daniel
of
came
Jinn.
on back. And Lashik has been pretty well fortified,
You
but
stand before the Sultan.
we're going to have to make a move.
As Sultan, I accept.
And I think that the best move is going to be, well, moving on the Sorcerer's Island.
Commander of
So we're
Jinn.
going to go after that. We're going to take down Daniel.
Puerile filth.
We are going to have to besiege it.
End their infantile existence. You stand before the Sultan.
And hopefully,
Kill them
before any
all.
help can arrive
Seventh
to the
sevens
Sorcerer's
of
Island,
genes
we
descend
will
upon
have
you.
taken it.
Puerile
It
filth.
does look like we'll have a Pyrrhic victory if we go in now. Henri Le Massif is sitting in there as
Kill
well.
them all.
But that's not going to be for this episode. Instead, we're going to be focused on Furious.
Sans
So,
fury.
let's retake our city.
Seventh sevens of genes descend upon you. I go.
Nadim was new to command. Having been one of the last remaining men who had fought in Jafar's personal guard, he had never truly known more than following orders. However, there was no longer just a single life in his hand, but many. And with his army, he would retake Furious, and he would do so with his own two hands. While he was new to command, Nadim was not new to strategy. He had seen these strategies play out many times before during his battles in the south of Araby. And so, he launched a ruse of his own. While the main army attacked from the front, drawing the attention of the soldiers, he would send his corsairs around the side to capture the city from within.
me, warriors.
Get away! The lady's blessing is lost!
And of course a decisive victory. Although our ogre allies did take a bit of a beating.
You stand before the Sultan.
Let's see what we can do about that. Ooh, and I didn't realize that we had so many regiments of renown to recruit. We'll have to take a look at that. Oh, some iron guts would be awesome. And expensive. So we're going to go with just some normal ogre bulls. They seem to hold up a lot better in that last battle.
You stand
Nadim
before
did
the
great.
Sultan, devoted to Araby.
Definitely, definitely a great position to have him in. We're going to give him plus 75 experience per turn because he is a he's a man of the army.
As sure as the sun rises.
And even though it's
I
possible that
refuse.
Rapons could strike back at us, she'd be going up against two very heavily defended places.
As sure
So
as
maybe
the
not
sun
her best move.
rises.
Of course, that being said, we have lost quite a bit when we in our losing of Furious. So we've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Let's get it started.
You stand before the Sultan.
The great Moors command. It aids the meat ritual.
I'm not sure what the Sand Grider's doing up there. I'm not mad about it. I just want to know, like, where he's planning to attack. Because if he's going to fight any of our Bretonnian friends, that would be great.
You stand before the Sultan.
Let's give him better scales and then hidden stores as well. Get that replenishment up. And that's going to be that for this turn. And it does appear that Rapons has decided to make her move. This was a little bit unexpected, but she is a bold knight, and she's, I mean, it's definitely saying that she's gonna win. We'll see if we can turn that around, but that is going to be for next episode. So until then, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you later. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know, because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.